Hello, and welcome to the Get Lean and Eat Clean podcast. My name is Brian Grin. I'm a certified health coach, trainer, and author. And this podcast is for middle aged men and women looking to optimize their health and get their bodies back to what it once was 10 to 15 years ago. I will give you simple, actionable items to get long term sustainable results. Thanks for listening and enjoy the show. All right, welcome to the Get Lean, Eat Clean podcast. My name is Brian Grin, and I hope you're having a great day. And today, on today's micro episode, we are going to discuss 5 principles to maximize health. And, these are things that I do on a daily basis, and a lot of my clients do as well, along with just, all the interviews that I've done. I have to say, these come up quite a bit. So pull out the notebook and the pens, or just visit show notes. And I think it's good to sort of repeat these things over and over and have them in your mind, and try to plan them out throughout your day. And it doesn't have to take a lot of time. My first one is intermittent fasting, or you can call it time restricted eating. Doing this on a daily basis and getting into the rhythm of giving your body time to rest. Your gut can rest, digestive system, and also letting your body heal. So not being in a fed state all the time. And I would say a good rule of thumb would be just give yourself some time right when you get up. Don't eat right away when you get up, and don't eat at night, 2-3 hours before bed. I'd say those are 2 good rules of thumb to follow. So if you're going to eat 3 meals, that's fine. Eat 3 meals and don't snack. I think a good goal would be to eventually get to eating 2 meals a day. And if you can go for that, that'd be great. For me, I would say on average, I'll eat 1 to 2 meals a day, anywhere from 2 o'clock on until about 6:30. And I have those meals within that window. I'm not saying you have to do that, but that's just something that I found right for myself and my schedule. All right. Number 2, lifting heavy things. Obviously, you hear lifting heavy things, you think of injury. You can do resistance training in a safe manner. One of the things that I've done, and I interviewed the CEO, was X3. The X3 bar, I really loved it. And if you do want, 50 off, I do have a link on the bottom of the show notes for that. But honestly, I would not talk about it if I didn't believe in it. And I truly have been using it let's say the whole quarantine, which has been about a year already. And it's just so easy, simple, and with variable resistance, I find it's easier on my joints, and I'm able to put on muscle. So lift heavy things. Lean tissue is really key because it promotes healthy aging and longevity. So if you could do that 2 to 3 times a week, start from there, and then then eventually maybe do it a little bit more. I mean, I've been doing these small workouts that are 20, 30 minutes long, and I'm doing that, 6 days a week. So lift heavy things is number 2. Number 3 sort of go hand in hand here. Get a sweat on daily. I'm not the biggest sweater, so this is probably the most difficult thing for me to do. But I do get sweat. I do get a sweat on. I'd like to get it on more. I actually been trying to get into the sauna here lately. Also, want to get back into hot yoga. A lot of the studios were closed, but now they're opening up. And so yoga, sauna, if you can get that sweat on, it's so important for your lymph system to get flowing and active. So that's number 3. Number 4, maximize nutrient density. This is something I've really focused on over the last year, just ordering really high quality protein, grass-fed, grass-finished. There's a lot of companies coming out there, and, Force of Nature, Belcampo, so on and so forth. There's a lot of really good regenerative farms with, that raise their animals in a humane way. And this is where I'm getting my quality protein. So you want to have quality protein, quality fats as well. I try to add avocado in once in a while. You're going to get healthy fats from the meat you eat as well. And so I think if you can eat nose to tail, and speaking of that, tonight we're actually having liver for the first time. So I'll let you know how that goes. But if you can go nose to tail, you're going to get your most bang for your buck there. So If you want to cycle between food groups, that's fine. If you like to eat salads and things like that and they don't bother your stomach, that's fine. Cycle in, but I would say base your meals around a high quality protein. Number 5, controlling your blood sugar and insulin levels. So key. I'm reading actually a great book on it right now, by Dr. Ben Beekman. Just not only having energy throughout the day, if you can keep your blood sugars at an even keel, but also just good for a lot of different aspects of health. Having high insulin affects everything. So you want to keep a nice steady state insulin and blood glucose levels. And ways you can do this, obviously through fasting and just through eating high quality, whole, unprocessed foods. Because mainly the more processed the food is, most likely the more it's going to raise your blood sugar, insulin levels. And so you don't want to be on that roller coaster all day. So eating high quality foods go along with keeping that blood sugar nice at a steady state. And it's okay to get spikes, but as long as it comes back down to baseline. So if you're really concerned, you can get like a CGM. I know there's Levels Health and NutriSense. They make these continuous glucose monitors, and you can sort of monitor it that way, sort of like real time. So those are the 5 that I came up with. I'll just repeat them real quick. Time restricted eating, intermittent fasting, lifting heavy things. So doing some type of resistance training, got to keep that lean muscle mass going as you age. Getting a sweat on daily, okay, whether that's through working out, yoga, sauna, maximizing nutrient density. Really, if you're going to have 1 or 2 meals a day, make sure you get your most bang for your buck. So if you could eat nose to tail, give it a go. There's a lot of high quality companies out there that you can get their food, their meats, and fishes and things like that shipped right to your door. Controlling blood sugar and insulin is the last thing. And so, all of these go hand in hand per se. And I would just say this is a great place to start to have maximum health. Yeah, so I hope this list helps you out. If you're not doing any of these things, maybe just start with one and do that for a few months and then add in the second one and keep going and so on and so forth. And I truly believe this will help you have a great 2021. Enjoy, and let me know if you have any questions. If you want to get into fasting, check out the 21dayfastingchallenge.com and feel free to rate and review. We are on all the major podcast platforms. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. We also put this on YouTube as well. So have a great rest of the day, and let's get started on maximizing our health. Thanks so much. Thanks for listening to the Get Lean, Eat Clean podcast. I understand there are millions of other podcasts out there, and you've chosen to listen to mine, and I appreciate that. Check out the show notes at briangrin.com for everything that was mentioned in this episode. Feel free to subscribe to the podcast and share it with a friend or family member that's looking to get their body back to what it once was. Thanks again, and have a great day.